After his Labour Party's landslide victory in a parliamentary election on Friday, Keir Starmer vowed to rebuild Britain as its next Prime Minister, ending 14 years of often tumultuous Conservative government. The centre-left Labour Party won a massive majority in the 650-seat parliament, securing around 410 seats, a gain of 210. In contrast, Rishi Sunak's Conservatives suffered their worst performance in the party's long history, losing about 250 lawmakers, including a record number of senior ministers, and former Prime Minister Liz Truss. Voters punished the Conservatives for a cost of living crisis, failing public services, and a series of scandals. In his victory speech, Starmer declared, "We did it. Change begins now. We said we would end the chaos, and we will. We said we would turn the page, and we have. Today, we start the next chapter, begin the work of change, the mission of national renewal, and start to rebuild our country." The election result has dramatically reshaped British politics. While the populist right-wing Reform UK Party, led by Nigel Farage, gained over 4 million votes, it only secured 4 seats. Conversely, the Scottish National Party lost 38 seats, ending its decade of dominance in Scotland and damaging its dream of independence. In Northern Ireland, the Irish nationalist Sinn Féin became the largest party for the first time. Starmer now faces a daunting set of challenges, including a high tax burden, rising debt, falling living standards, and a struggling national health service. He has promised not to raise taxes on working people and to scrap the controversial policy of sending asylum seekers to Rwanda, though he acknowledges that changing a country is not like flicking a switch and it's hard work. Within the Conservative Party, the recriminations and debate over its future direction have already begun, with some arguing the party shifted too far to the right, while others believe it failed to be right-wing enough for its traditional supporters. The growth in support for a right-wing alternative, such as Farage's Reform UK, echoes similar trends across Europe. Nevertheless, the British public has chosen a centre-left party to bring about change, and Starmer has promised to improve relations with the European Union, though he has ruled out rejoining the bloc. He has also vowed to continue London's support for Ukraine in its war against Russia, aligning with the policies of his predecessor, Sunak. The election victory represents an incredible turnaround for Starmer and Labour, which just 3 years ago was facing an existential crisis. A series of Conservative scandals, the disastrous premiership of Liz Truss, and Sunak's inability to make any dent in Labour's commanding poll lead all contributed to the party's downfall.